like you're a computer science or software engineering student, one of the things important is like coding, right?
Yeah.
And I would say like it's the most important as well as the
Yeah.
most
Most
scary.
important than all the other things as well. But like,
Yeah,
yeah, it is very important. Yeah.
very important and scary as well.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another podcast episode. This is going to be very interesting because we have Surgeon with us. He has multiple internship offers from Google and HP and Adobe. Right now, he's working for Adobe. And I want to kind of, before we actually talk about Surgeon, I want to show a screenshot of what he actually sent me and how this podcast came about. He sent me this very nice tag. It's like, hey, I've tried very hard coming from got offer from Walmart, Google, etc. And then he's like also very honest about it. He's like, hey, so I've seen your podcast, but there are things which are missing from your podcast, and I would love to advise people. I mean, obviously, that was nice seeing me and giving me that feedback, and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because
Morning,
I used to
yeah,
watch a lot of them when I used to see how to get an internship, right? If you
yeah.
search in Google, since Yudi is famous, so, so his videos will pop up on YouTube, and when you will see them, every video is contributing something, and if I can even add a single point more to it, I think it will help people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you will add a lot more than single point. I'm excited to kind of get deep dive into your journey. But before that, let's do a quick intro. Where are you from? What are you studying right now? And where are you right now?
So I am born and brought up in Jabalpur, which is a city in Madhya Pradesh, and I did my undergrad from SGSITS Indore, like it's a state government college in Indore.
Yeah.
So I completed my bachelor's in 2019,
Mm.
and then I worked in India for 2 years as a data engineer at United Health Group in Bangalore. I came to US last fall, like that is fall 21 in August, for
Wow.
pursuing my master's at San
Yeah.
Jose State
Yeah.
in
Nice.
computer science. Like you have a checklist, right? When you come US, okay, I have to do this and that. So almost I have done the hard part of my master's. I have got an internship. Two checklists are done. Third checklist, here I am to be on a
Oh,
video,
oh my
and
God.
fourth thing is still to get a full time job.
Hey, you made it here, so that's awesome, man. This is so awesome. For those of you who didn't hear, he's doing his master's in San Jose State University. So you're doing Adobe internship. That's your like what 9 to 4,
8 to 5.
8 to 5, and then in the evenings you're. So are you allowed to do both? Like, can you do classes and internship?
Yeah, we can do as many as classes we can. I went to the international student office and confirmed it, and they can say it's your summer. You plan it according to you.
How's San Jose State? Like, what's your experience so far?
And I would say, so, like San Jose is one of like very ideal mediums to get there. Like if you say education, the education is pretty good here. You will get upskilled for working in job market. Second thing, it's in Silicon Valley, right? It's in a very
Mm,
very prime
yeah,
location. Like
yeah.
if you see Google, you see Facebook. You see Tesla. Every company's headquarter is
In
within
Bay Area, yeah.
yeah, it's within 20-mile radius here. So when it comes to job opportunities, like you will definitely got calls, like you will get chance to interview for these companies. Converting is
Mm,
upon you, but you will definitely get these opportunities. Price, the cost of investment, right? Like you can go to a private university, you can spend like I think double the cost.
100,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100,000.
$100,000 there,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you can study at San Jose State, where I think the fees of 2 years is around $26,000
Wait,
without.
what? $26,000?
Yeah, like it's a 8,300 per semester, and for 3 semesters we will pay it, so it will be 24,900, right? And then
Wow, I
and,
did not know that. So
and in 4 sem,
26, that is
yeah, I
so
think it will come to 28, but not more than, yeah.
but you're doing it in 3 semesters. Is that
Yeah,
why?
yeah. Is that why? But that's why I re-estimated it. Even if someone is doing 4 semester, right?
Okay.
So it will come 28,000 something.
What's the cost of living there?
So cost of living here, like like normally people here live 5 or 6 students in a two-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
The rent for a two-bedroom apartment here is approximately it's 3,300 dollars.
Wow. Cost of like your living expenses like food and
And
internet
everything.
and phone and etc. So would you say like 800 to $1,000?
Yeah, 850 is what I estimate. Uh,
Okay. And then do you have on-campus job?
Yeah, so when I came like first month, I did not have a job, but from the very second month, I was lucky enough to find a job. So I worked at a grocery store like within the campus.
Okay.
So there was a Asian store called Ginger Market. I worked there for a couple of
Nice.
months. Then
Yeah.
I worked a couple of months at a pizza shop within the college. But currently in the second semester, I switched job and I am working as a student assistant now in electrical engineering department here.
Nice. And when you say student assistant, like what's your role? Like what do you do?
So I do all the admin work here. First thing is I reply to emails, every email that is addressed
Nice.
to department. Plus I
Okay.
help in admissions.
So right now, are you saying all the masters applicants who are from India sending email to electronic department, you are the one who's responding to them?
Yeah.
Nice, awesome, love it. Cool. So you worked on campus, and does that job like pay rate covers your cost of living?
Yeah, it covers. Like I used to work only 12 hours a week willingly, and it used to cover exact
Oh,
amount.
even for 12 hours. So what's
Yeah,
the pay rate for students over there?
here it's 16.2 per hour,
Okay, okay.
but it
Same for pizza and the student assistant, or is it
yeah,
different?
it's same for pizza and student assistant. If
Okay.
you are in research, like research assistant, then they pay more, like close to 25.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's talk about the fun stuff. Internship search strategy. When did you start your internship search, and what was your strategy?
So when I came in August, right, like I was living for 10 days on with like seniors who were
Mm.
already here since spring, and those people were already interviewing for internship, and I just landed here, and I thought, oh shit, I am already late.
Late. Yeah.
People are
Yeah.
interviewing for internship, so I saw them, and I thought, okay, I'm
And for those of you who probably just timeline perspective, you came when? What was that month? August.
August 2021.
Yeah. So August 20, like, right, August 2021, you came and people were interviewing for summer 2022
Yeah,
internship. I just want people to kind of wrap their brain around like
mhm,
how ahead of time company hires. But I also want to give hope to a lot of students. These are like bigger companies like Google, Facebook, Microsoft. These are the companies who will hire 1 year, almost a year ahead. But like the smaller companies, when they are doing the budgeting, they will still hire in January, February, March. So I just want to give that perspective to, like, it's not like you are super late if you miss the boat.
correct. So in August, when I started preparing. So I was looking for software developer jobs, so I started coding and preparing those things.
Yeah.
And in within like 20 days, I thought like I can't first prepare 3 months, then start applying. I have to start applying also right now. And
Yeah.
I started applying to like lot of jobs. I would say there are a lot of applications. Like you will not get tired applying. There are so many companies hiring for internship even. So there might be some people, right, who say that they have applied to every company, and I can't trust them because I open every day LinkedIn, and there is never
There's
complete.
a new opening
There,
every
there
day.
there's
Yeah.
always new opening, and I applied to a lot of companies, and unfortunately for me also it did not turn out well in the first semester. Although I applied from September, the semester got over in December, and I did not have an internship, and neither do I got calls for interview.
So, okay, 4 years, 4 months of applying, still no calls,
No,
and obviously no internship
no
offers
offers.
or anything.
Correct.
And you have 2 years of experience as a
Correct.
data engineer. So okay, so cool. Then something you probably changed as in your strategy.
For getting an internship, first thing you should get a call, and to get a call, the only thing we submit there is resume, right? So
Mm, mm,
so I got it right. Like I believe that no one will read your whole resume, they will at least read the half portion of it. So I
mm,
tried to make a good project in that winter break. Since I got a winter break now,
mm.
I have to prepare again, and winter break is
Right.
there. So
Right.
I prepared a good project. I put it there. Make sure that every of my project is live. Like if anyone clicks at those links,
Mm.
redirects to a.
And what was that project?
So since I was focusing on software engineer role, so I developed a full stack application. Like it was a kind of Instagram clone application. So that is another suggestion. You don't have to build anything unique because everyone
Right.
can
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
do
yeah.
something unique, right?
Yeah.
But you make sure you build something which has many technologies involved in which you want to work in, so that you can showcast it and make sure it's live. That adds to it. Like you put your links there. Like I read through many of the software developer roles, right? So software developer roles, they want some web development kind of experience. They want application development. Like
Mm.
either you should know, like there are technologies like Spring Boot, React, that
Right.
stack, or you should know MongoDB, Express, Node, that stack. So I did a like a course on one stack, and I made a project, that Instagram clone, and I deployed it so that it's live. And
Mm.
I like again like put it on my resume. And so this was one of the things. Second thing, for every the project I have done previously also, right? Put up a link there for that project, and on that link I add a very good readme page so that anyone can go see, visualize that project and understand.
Mm.
I
I
made a
love it. I
made a
love it.
portfolio website for myself. This is also.
Okay, so is it live? Is your portfolio website live?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Here's his podcast. It looks like you hosted it on GitHub, which is
Yeah, which is a
nice.
free hosting for anyone. Like,
Right. Yeah, for anyone who wants to host their website. And then that's kind of your resume. And then these are the projects. Best Performer Award. Wow. Okay.
everything will redirect to a GitHub page or something. So this is a certification, so it's a link to a certificate.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. And then
And
data science, then you,
yeah,
oh, it's going to take it to,
yeah.
oh, okay.
If you click on
Okay. So it takes you to the code. And then
yeah.
that's the README he was talking about right here.
So can you scroll down here? Like okay, more down.
Oh, this
There's a
one.
link. Yeah. So like this is the website. So I have like make sure that it's live so that anyone can see it while he reads.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, no, I love it. I mean, I love that you also have your Instagram thing you said, and there's a code, how to run the code, setup. It's awesome. This is like this shows me. So I do a lot of hiring as a software manager. I used to, now I'm moved into product management, but this shows me that you know a lot of development stuff, right? Like. That's what we look for, that
Yeah.
can he set up in local environment. Looks like
Yeah.
you've already done it, you've given the things to do it, how to host. You're obviously hosting your stuff online.
Online. Correct.
I can see your GitHub and I can see the pull requests, things like that. So this wasn't there and you made
You
changes.
changes these kind of changes in my resume I did.
Okay.
So this was like just one thing, and like second thing is like I think first when applications, right, in December they renew. Like so, if you have not got an internship till December, don't worry. Like as you told, right, it's never
Yeah.
late.
Right.
There would be time, and every company will reopen its internships, or many positions will reopen. So
Yeah.
I started applying again with the new resume. This time I was not looking for referrals. I was applying directly. And then how I started networking is I heard from India, right? Network. But when
Mm.
you come here, the question rises how you
How
network,
to
right?
network?
How to
Yeah.
network. And
Yeah.
now since COVID, we don't have even those events or fairs. Now they
Right.
are no more, right? You can't
Yeah.
go to a fair and
Yeah.
interact. So one of the very networking starts at your room with your roommates, right? If your roommates or your classmates have got an internship, right,
Mm.
then they have a contact of a recruiter. Someone
Mm.
has contacted them, right?
Yeah.
So in your class, suppose five people got in company X, you can ask those five people if they can share the recruiter details. Maybe if
Mm.
they cannot share the email ID, they can tell you the LinkedIn connection, right? And you can directly drop a message, a polite message, and reach out to the recruiter on LinkedIn. So
Mm.
now you are reaching out to the very correct
The
person,
source, actually the source, so who's posting the jobs. Yeah.
jobs, right? And I have observed it. Like, in fact, many of my friends have got internships such way that for that company they contacted six recruiters whom their friends got in, and one of them replied to them and gave them a chance for
Mm.
interview. So,
Nice.
so this is one way of networking which I would recommend everyone. to do. And the second way is
Let's go a little deeper. What message would you send? Like, what's your cold? I mean, those of you don't know, that's kind of a technique called cold emailing, and in this case, it's cold messaging on LinkedIn. What is that template which you use? That, hey, recruiter, look at me. Like, what do you say?
So first I used to start with hi, like just my introduction, who I am, right? Like,
Mm,
hi,
right.
hope you are doing great, and I'm a master student here, and I would just say that I'm looking for like summer internships, and then I would just tell about some of my work, like since I have those links, right? Like,
Yeah.
I have, like, I would say if I'm looking for software engineer role, right? Like,
Mm.
uh, I would say like I have worked on these technologies and this, and I'm very much interested in this organization, and it would be really great if we can. I saw this opportunity, like if I have a
Yeah,
link there,
you
right?
send a link of.
I saw a software engineering intern opening there, and it would be really great if I can connect with you sometime and discuss about this opportunity.
I'm glad you're talking about it because so I recently switched my jobs and I had six job offers. But I decided to go with a startup,
Mhm.
fintech startup now, my company, and the same process, exactly the same process what you just said. Obviously, I had a little bit of 6 years of experience. I had a lot more contacts, so for me, it was a little easy for getting referrals. But same thing for the companies I wanted to interview. I did the same thing. I found out if I know anybody in that company, then I would reach out to that person to get me contact in the person who's actually hiring for that position. Then I would message them. So it's like a game of like figuring out who's the recruiter who's actually posting
Uh,
this, and then messaging them on LinkedIn.
on LinkedIn, yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than random messaging, the correct message, then 10 messages would work instead of 100, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And
So
like,
good. Yeah,
yeah.
go ahead, go ahead.
And like you can also use like things like LinkedIn Premium, right? Like in
Right.
LinkedIn, there's a premium version which is like $100. It's very costly. So, but
But a
I would
lot of universities actually even help you pay for that. Some
oh,
some
some
universities,
years.
I mean,
But
not
I
all.
would say that if in this 1 year of internship search, right, you can hardly take it for 2 months. Take it once in like October. In that 1 month, utilizes completely. Message
Yeah.
as many as because that's an unlimited messaging if you get like in $100 kind of unlimited.
Oh, right, right, right. Yeah.
So you message as long as they can, because when they will reply, it would be 1 month. Some people will reply after 1 month, some people after 20 days. But you don't need to be connection active when they reply. When they reply, you
Mm,
can talk, right? But you have
yeah.
to just drop an introductory message. So do it once in first semester, and if you don't get internship, do it once again in January.
Even though, like, don't worry about the timestamps. Like, yeah, $100 is expensive, but
Yeah,
think about the job offer. Like, you have Google, Adobe. Like, and now, I mean, if you had, let's assume that you spend $300 or $400 on that LinkedIn. That's like your couple hours of, that salary. So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, you are going to. It's like an investment. It's not money's not getting wasted.
hmm,
It's an investment. Plus the LinkedIn has that learning feature that where you can get to learn a lot of courses, so you can
correct.
even use those.
Those,
Yeah, it is expensive, but it's an investment. I would not hesitate to invest in it because it gives you that features to figure out where you stand in the job market. Also give you the recruiter, sometimes if the recruiter is there, it'll give you a link to message them. So there are cool features, and I would not hesitate in, like, I know from
mhm,
students perspective, like, oh my god,
mhm.
$100 a month, that's a lot of money. But but I think if you look back, I think when you have a job offer and you see the salary is like $5,000 a month, or $8,000 a month, 300 $400 is not going to matter a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so yeah, it's you invest on yourself. That is always a worthy investment.
right, right, right. Yeah, so obviously you started messaging, and then you were talking about networking. So that's the way you started finding out how to
How
network.
to network, yeah. So
Yeah.
like I told, two ways, right? First, your friends who are your network and who will help you connect to 10 other people. Second thing is this LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
That's a powerful tool, and if you use it, and you can search by the right keywords, right? If you are paying for that premium, it will give you some premium things. So
Yeah.
those things. So like that, I made a lot of emails, some direct applications, some LinkedIn, and since I that break, right? In that break, no one hires. When the Christmas
Yeah,
break
right.
starts,
Christmas
hiring is
is dead month. Yeah.
that month, right? So that's so I was then I started preparation too. Like
Mm.
if you are most like if you are in a software engineer or like you are computer science or software engineer student, one of the things important is like coding, right?
Yeah.
And I would say like it's the most important as well as the
Yeah.
most
Most
scary.
important than all the other things as well, but like,
Yeah,
yeah, it is very important. Yeah.
very important and scary as well. But I would say like get it done as soon as you can, like because you every person who is going for software engineering has to do it at some point, right? But some people will take it till the end when they will say. So I would say maybe like I believe like if you prepare important questions like some 2 questions per day and you cover some 200 questions in first 3 or 4 months, you would.
And when what are you referring to these questions? Like, is it lead code?
Yeah, LeetCode is one of the most preferred websites, like premium websites, where you can do these questions. Like there are many famous lists. Like I followed a list. Like there are list of questions,
Mm.
and like there are like I think at most 200 questions, like which can be covered in 3 4 months if you go on slow pace too. But once you are done with these questions, I believe you will be good for like 90% of the company's interviews.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
10% may be tough, but 90%. So I would say get it done. Like in
Yes.
India,
Yeah.
they say, right?
And right, yeah, if
Yeah,
people are in India right now, then they should start right away. But
right.
even if you start in August, like, yeah,
Yeah,
don't wait for interviews to begin and interview
begin. Then,
calls to happen and then prepare
then,
for it. Like, prepare, like you said. Yeah, I 100% agree.
yeah, because I have seen students who are now thinking that they have not got that good internship, so they will start preparing, right?
Mm,
So better
mm.
do it in the first place. And yeah, I think you once you get it done, you have confidence. Right? In India, they say, right? Dar ke aange jeet hai. It's like that.
Yeah.
So
So you obviously you were in the winter break, you were preparing and then doing your,
hmm,
marketing. I mean, not marketing, but like networking,
networking.
messaging,
Yeah.
applying diligently. You started getting calls.
Yeah,
So
so January 15th to February 15th, the golden month you can say,
yeah,
the one
yes,
month
yeah,
golden period for
yeah.
me. So I got like all the 5 offers in this 1 month period, like things
Mm,
suddenly
yeah,
changed.
yeah.
So first offer I got was HP, which I got on I think on January 24th
Mm,
for a software engineer role. Then that time I also received call from Adobe and a startup called Simon,
mm,
and then within first week of August, I think around 6th or 7th, I was able to convert those offers. Like I got offers from HP and that startup too. And then since that time I was already relaxed. Okay, now
yeah.
nothing,
Like
nothing
now I have a job offer. I don't have to worry about it,
worry
and
about.
then uh,
Then
you
suddenly
can be more confident in other
confident.
interviews because
Yeah,
there's no pressure in you.
pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then suddenly this call from Walmart and Google came, and I thought,
Mm.
okay, let's do it. And yeah, Google is a bit tough, I would say, like compared to
Yeah,
other companies. The
yeah.
interview requires a lot of preparation, so I had to again prepare hard for 1 month, and then
But you didn't even choose Google.
yeah, I didn't choose Google. Yeah,
And can we talk about why? Why you were not able to choose Google?
I did not choose Google for because in Google, right, there first thing is, as you know, the Google was my last offer, right? Which I
Right.
so in Google before getting the final offer, like they have selected you, all the interviews are done. There is something called project or team selection phase.
Team
It is
matching.
a very slow process.
Yeah.
Google, it goes on for months.
Yeah.
So my team matching was going on, and I said right, I was very relaxed that time. Okay, I already have offers.
Yeah.
So so first month I did not give much attention. Like I thought I'll get a match in few days. Then I thought it's getting late, and I started reaching out to people. And in Google, automatically they will find a match for you. But now
Mm.
I try to accelerate it by trying to reach out to managers and everyone. And when I finally got teams, so they submit a project for you. Okay, I'm submitting this intern project, and that project, the Google told that we are done with the total selection of projects for summer, so we are approving it for next fall.
Fall. Yeah.
So that
Next fall. Acha, next summer, I mean.
no, like this fall, which
Fall. Acha,
started
okay.
from
Fall.
August.
Fall. Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
again, there's a conflict going on in August in our college. They don't allow us to do a
Right.
internship.
Yeah.
Else my degree would be shifted by one semester. So
Yeah.
now I'm thinking to just try like for again for full time.
Full time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe you might be able to convince the manager is like, hey, forget internship, just give me full time.
Yeah,
uh,
I'll definitely try that. But
but
yeah.
this is awesome. I love the journey. I love the hustle and the grind behind it. So let's talk about the interview process. So obviously for Google it's different, and
Mhm.
for other companies it might be different. But overall, like, do for software engineers, do companies send out like a test that you have to do or a coding round
Yeah.
before even you actually start talking?
Yeah, so I'll tell you the honest experience was when they send tests, right? Many companies will send you tests. Those company will never interview you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they send tests to thousands of students, and you won't get, like for my case, I can say, or and for people I
Because
know,
I guess
uh,
because they are getting like thousands of students doing the
yeah,
test and responding, they don't have time to evaluate.
evaluate.
Um,
So for me and most of the people I know, like this way never worked. And whenever we got interview call, it was a very direct call. Someone, a recruiter will reach out to you, like we are interested, you
yeah,
submitted an application, and let's set up some time to discuss. So
yeah,
most of the companies, like I would say, like 8 out of 10 companies gave direct interview call, and most of the companies which give that OA round or the online assessment, they did not never
they did
called
not
me.
got back. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so for after a recruiter, is it like the technical coding round, or is that did you have like a live coding test, or was it all technical, just Q&A?
Yeah, so for many companies, there was at least one coding round,
Mm.
which is like which we were talking about that practice lead code and all. But if you're for data engineer roles, then there is one round in which they ask SQL, like which I have observed, and I would say SQL is important for
Yes.
data
Yeah.
related roles. So,
Yeah.
like these are two good skills like coding and SQL. Plus, there's a behavioral round which most companies prefer,
Yeah.
and that is I think that also is something you should get it done before your even your first interview, and those answers, because most of it, right, you are prepared, and based on the companies you can study about them, and again right, and include good points in that answers. But I think with our roommates you can practice like those answers, like I
Mm.
practiced it, that I used
Yes,
to get
that's
feedback
good.
from them.
That's good. That's actually better way to do it because then you one, it's a little awkward feeling that you're telling this to your so there's those nervousness will go away. Plus you have this practice a little bit, so
Yeah.
that's definitely good.
Third thing is they will ask you these coding questions, and then they will ask you behavioral, but they will also talk to you about your resume and technologies, right? So in
Mm.
this winter break which I prepare, right, I used to do one technology per weekend, like I call it that way.
Wow! Wow!
So that challenge means like there are YouTube videos like all the important questions about JavaScript in like in
Mm.
a 3 hour video, right? So instead of like it's just instead of watching Netflix, I used to every week
Nice. I love it. I
three yeah
love the hustle.
yeah, so suppose you have 5 weeks in that break, so five technologies questions, important questions I covered. So that at least if someone asks me about the technology in the interview, instead of saying that I don't know or something, I could still talk about the basics. Like I might not know fully depth, but I'm not like unaware guy who is in software development but know nothing about
No,
it.
I have no idea about
Yeah.
JavaScript. Like, cool. So obviously your interviews and all went well. It sounds like the biggest hurdle was one that you were not getting calls. So you fixed that by fixing your resume, working on projects, reaching out to recruiters. And how many of those five offers, six offers you had were through reaching out to recruiters?
So reaching out to recruiter, like one of them was through that way, like reaching out to recruiter directly. Like I told you that in that also there are two ways, right? Like reached out on LinkedIn
Yeah,
and reached out through your friend's contact.
yeah,
So one of them was through a friend, which I got to know that he or she is a recruiter, and then I contacted them. One was through LinkedIn, where I contacted recruiters. Like I used to search by titles, university, talent acquisition. So one of them, and rest like three, I got directly through application.
cool. And then you prepared also. You instead of watching Netflix, I love that answer. You watch 3 hour videos and
Yeah.
weekends, and you worked hard. and prepared your knowledge for the interview. And so you started cracking those interviews, got the 6 offers, and Adobe happened, and now you're working at Adobe. How is it working for Adobe? Like, is it software engineer role?
It's a software architect or a solutions architect role.
Oh, nice. So DevOps.
No, it's not a DevOps
Acha.
role. Yeah, like Adobe, it's a bit different. Like
Okay.
architect, it's a mostly system design role where you design a lot of microservices and many things you do. So that's why one of the reasons I chose this role is I researched about it more, and
Wow.
I wanted to explore this role in Adobe. So mostly I'm working with people who have been software engineer for like 5 6 years, and then after becoming senior, they are now working as an architect in Adobe.
Yeah.
So I'm working with those.
That's why I'm surprised that they actually make you like, I mean, I don't know what you do, but systems design and architect design and those,
Yeah,
that's like come after like several years of experience. So
correct.
I'm
Yeah,
yes.
I was also surprised that they even have an internship for it. Like, since it's
Right.
an intern, right? So they won't be expecting you to get 6 years, right? It's an
Yeah.
internship. They want to give you that exposure how those things are done. So that's why I chose it, because internship in full time you might have many things, right? But in internship you can at least try out things. Like if you want to see how it is, internship you can see. Okay, I'll do this and try because it's for 3 months. Then I can decide. Okay, is it the best thing for me? And currently I'm liking it so far. Most people I'm working with are quite experienced and are very good.
So
So
are you working on Photoshop, Premium Pro, Premiere Pro, or
no, I'm working on more of like a business side of company. So
oh, okay.
there is a financial division of company in which
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
working on one of the teams.
Got
But
it.
but yeah, like I in Adobe, an internship has many perks in Adobe. Like I would say, like out of all the offers I got in every internship, this had the most perks with.
Nice. And they are still hiring, or do you know if there's a hiring freeze because of the recession?
No, currently they have not freezed their hiring, so
Okay.
they are still hiring. Hopefully,
Yes,
because
yes, yeah.
I still have to get my intern, try to get convert my intern
Convert into full time.
full time.
Yeah, yeah. No, this is awesome. This is a true example of what I say. Keep smiling, keep hustling. I love the smile you have, and you hustled and love the hard work. And I love how detailed and in depth we went. Was there anything we missed, and you feel like we should cover it?
Like just to motivate people, as we already told you, right? The college like San Jose State, right? They are much affordable, and once you get an internship, like for me, right? I took a loan from India,
Mm.
right? And because this fees was also not which my parents can support me, and I don't want to take that money from them, so I took a loan from India. And once you get an internship, right? Like trust me, all of your this thing would be just covered. So
Are you almost done with paying your loan back?
no, I have started paying it back. I have not done
Okay.
with it, but because currently I'm still getting my internship
But
stipend
like you can
bi-weekly.
see, like what I think from what you're saying, you can see the possibility. Like, okay,
Yeah,
with internship, if I'm making this much money, I think within first few 6 months or maybe first year, I should be able to pay off that loan.
yeah, yeah. Like even not in first year, though, my first bonus will come and I'll pay it. So internship pays good. Like it can cover like most of your tuition fees. So like this is a motivation for people that they can even do it before completing their college. They don't have to wait for full time to get money back and earn back to pay things, right? In internship itself you can cover more. So I
But
have
yeah,
like started small installments, like because I'm now getting back on a bi-weekly basis, right? So I'm
yeah.
started playing in every month. I'm trying.
And what's the salary range? You don't have to tell me yours.
Mhm.
What's the typical salary range you see? Since you have 6 job offers, you probably have a good good idea of different salary ranges. So how much money do people make? कितना पैसा कमाते लोग?
So in internship, like it's an hourly pay for most
Yeah,
companies.
yeah.
So it varies from 40 to 55, what I have seen
That's so awesome.
per hour. Plus, many companies will give you a joining bonus too, and which can vary from 5,000 to $10,000 for internship.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. For people who are doing the math right now, $40 is, I mean, what is $40? Let's do math real quick. Uh, 50 into 8, that's 400
into
into
5.
5, so $2,000 a week. That's $8,000 a month. And that's awesome. See, yeah, that's what I meant. Like, if you are getting $8,000 a month, that paying $300 $400 for LinkedIn is worth it. So
Yeah.
don't think short term when you are like choosing an investment. Like, even if it's a course which will help you to get a job or something, but there are a lot of online resources, and the
Mm.
biggest thing, if people took the big takeaway from this podcast and this video, is you worked really hard. Like, I have to tell you this, like, you're a problem solver. You figured out there's a problem and you solve that problem by like understanding the system. So you truly are an engineer and a problem solver. So awesome, man. This was fun. This was definitely one of my best episodes. So I'm glad. I'm pretty sure we're gonna do it again, and maybe next time we'll do it in person. But until our next one.
Keep smiling, keep hustling.